Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a season of life where you feel like you just can't get the answers that you're looking for? Maybe you've been praying about something and you feel like God just isn't answering it the way that you were hoping for. Maybe you are going through some kind of trial or suffering and you feel like you just cannot see that light at the end of the tunnel. I know that everybody has gone through some sort of suffering in this life, but to be honest, most periods of suffering that we go through, most trials that we go through are very short. Usually just a few days or a week or a month, sometimes longer, but most of our situations we find a resolution very quickly. This Sunday, as we continue our series on the miracles of Jesus, we're going to be in our fourth week and we're going to look at the Gospel of Mark. And we're going to see a story of a woman who had been suffering for over a decade. And we're going to see the healing power that Jesus has and how he's able to touch her life. I'm often think of Psalms and how they're very edifying. And the Psalm that I'm thinking of right now is we're told that Jesus, or God, is on his throne in heaven, his holy throne, and he is in control of the nations. And that makes me happy that when I'm going through trials or going through suffering in life, to know that I'm not in control of the outcome. God is sovereign, and from the scripture tells us he is on his throne, his holy throne, and he is in control of the nations. God knows everything that's going on, and God is in control. He is able to use situations that seem bad to us to then have some kind of good in the end. I'm also encouraged by the verses in scripture that tell us that no matter what we're going through, God is the giver of peace. The Bible tells us that God does not give us what the world gives us. He gives us peace. So no matter what you're going through, no matter what trial you're going through or suffering that you might be in, whatever affliction you're dealing with, God is in control. And I encourage you to look to him because he can give you peace. I hope that you will join us this coming Sunday at 10 o'clock for our worship service. We're going to have a great time of music through worship. We're going to have prayer. We're also going to be digging into the scriptures and reading this story about how a woman who is going through this suffering for such a long period of time, Jesus is able to meet her need. Even though she had sought out all these different physicians and doctors and specialists, nobody could help her. In fact, she actually got worse. But Jesus was able to help her. So no matter what you are going through, no matter what you're struggling with, go to Jesus. Let Jesus be your guide. Because no matter how bad things seem right now, God can turn that bad into good. I hope I will see you this coming Sunday morning at 10 o'clock.